What's up, everybody? I am back with another Christmas special. I want to start covering some specials here on the channel. I want to start including some Halloween specials going forward as well next year. When speaking of, did I add any? Yeah, added a few. Pretty sure there's, more. But, I'll figure it out anymore if it comes to mind. But, in any case, what I'm covering right now is the Fairly Odd Parents Christmas Every Day episode. With the iconic song, I wish every day could be Christmas. Can't do a Tina Turner voice. Sorry, that's Tara Strong's jurisdiction. She nails it pretty much every freaking time. So I love the Fairly Odd Parents. They should make sure they stuck with animation, because when they try to do the live action version, it's never good. It's never ever gonna be good. Sorry to say, it just has to be 2D animation. It's the only way it works. Anyway, so the episode begins when people are prepping for the coming of Santa Claus. Everybody's doing the holiday shopping, all that stuff, all the merriment. Timmy especially is excited because lead up till, for some reason, to Christmas Eve, he's stuck with Vicky, who God, I still remember the Icky Vicky song. I'm sorry, I was trying to not get distracted by the song. Every time I hear Vicky, I'm thinking about Icky Vicky. Anyway, so Vicky always constantly harassing Timmy, but as soon as Christmas Eve rolls around, the parents are staying home, all the way through Christmas Day to spend time with their son. He even remarks how he loves being only child. He doesn't have to share anything with anybody. So they kick Vicky out with the quickness, and Timmy immediately starts celebrating Christmas. Just swimming through a pool filled with gifts. And through the course of his little musical montage of wishing every day could be Christmas, I know he's a little kid, but this is within the second or third season of The Fairly Odd Parents, and it's one of those things that I get kind of annoyed where Timmy seems like he has to constantly relearn these kind of lessons. It's like, you dude, when you utter the words "I wish" and then follow up with a particular sentence, your Fairly Godparents has to follow through with that. And it's like, sure, maybe he wasn't thinking about it because he was doing a song and he was just in a joyous mood. We've all been there. We tend to say something without thinking half the time because we're not acutely aware 100% of the time. But when you have just magic little fishes that grant you every wish, you kind of want to reword certain things so you don't come across like you're serious with the wish, like you're being hyperbolic. So Cosmo and Wanda grant the wish, and now it's Christmas every day. So everybody's just kind of going with it. So uh, the parents got to go back out, get some more gifts. I don't even remember what Timmy's dad does. I think he worked at some kind of pencil factory. I might be wrong, but I could have swore that's his like occupation or something. Uh, but he's pretty much want to go to the store to get some more eggnog because he's like obsessed with eggnog and Dinkelberg. Uh, uh, so Timmy thinks it's like the best thing in the world. But 3 weeks go by. People, without without really much shock, is sick of the holiday. It's not like this is not like an original concept that's been used. I mean, that hasn't been used before. A year or two ago, I'm pretty sure it was a couple of years ago, I did a movie review of Disney's Once Upon a Time, Christmas Once Upon a Time, and it's like 3 anthology stories. One of which is about Donald Duck and his nephews, and the nephews end up wishing upon a star that Christmas comes every day. The only difference is it's like a time loop with them, while here is just like it's not a time loop. It is the next day, but it's considered the 25th again, and people just going about their normal business. Now I kind of prefer it that way with the Timmy Turner version, because at least things are still kind of new, rather than just doing the same day over again. But it's just the feeling is still mutual, where people, well, at least when it comes to the boys, the nephews, they got sick. They specifically are getting sick of the holiday, while everybody in the world of Fairly Odd Parents is collectively getting sick of the holiday. And Timmy, just like with the Donald's nephews, have to learn the lesson that Christmas is a very special holiday. Just like a lot of holidays, which we'll get into in a second, that it is a special moment of time that is beloved for a multitude of reasons, but one of which is that it's so cherished because we only get it once a year, so we treat it very precious. So that's why there's always this much hype for it. Once like November starts rolling around, even though that's a particular month where we should be caring about Thanksgiving, but I digress. So, coming to realize, okay, he made a mistake, so he was about to wish to take back his wish until all the other heads of the other holidays, at least most of them, come in, the mascots come in and kidnap Cosmo and Wanda, because since Santa is getting the bulk of the attention, they cannot get their holidays celebrated, because just like with Santa, their goal is to bring joy with their respective holidays to the children. But since they can't do that, they want to take their grudge out on Santa Claus. So they take Cosmo and Wanda, and they can't take back the wish anyway, because every December 1st, every fairy, at least in this world, every fairy has to give up the bulk of their powers, all but like a tiny sliver of it, to give to the one person who needs it most, which is Santa Claus, who is voiced by Tom Arnold, which is kind of funny, and use all that fairy magic to do all the miraculous things that he does, and how he, gets away with so much that he does. And after December 25th, that's where he gives all that power back. But since he has all the power, they can't take it. They can't take back the wish. So we got the Easter Bunny, April Fool's, Halloweeny dog, which is just the Easter Bunny's dog, which don't know why you couldn't come up with the spirit of Halloween. I guess they couldn't really use Jack Skellington, copyrighted. You got Baby New Year, and Cupid. Don't know where is the St. Patrick's Day guy. Where is he? Kind of skimped out on a couple of holidays here. But nobody counts Arbor Day. But you know what I mean. It's like you're missing quite a few other holidays that's coming up. Like, where's the spirit of Thanksgiving? Like a turkey. It's like was it too much to get like a mascot, like a turkey mascot for Thanksgiving? Or 4th of July, like Uncle Sam looking dude. I'm just saying, it's like you're skipping out on some mascots here. It's kind of maybe it's like you don't need to give them too much airtime, but you gotta at least give them some recognition too. If you want to try to, talk your talk about other holidays, need their representation too. You didn't really splurge on 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Halloween, truly Halloween, or St. Patrick's Day to really showcase other holidays that mean something to people too. But I guess that they couldn't make a joke about it, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, they take Cosmo and Wanda and make their way to the North Pole. So, barring a coincidentally perfectly timed Deus Ex Machina dad with a functional snowmobile, supplies, and gasoline, and a map directly to the North Pole, just learn about Timmy decides to borrow that stuff to make his way to the North Pole to try to save Santa Claus from these other holidays and get Cosmo and Wanda back. But smartly, he also, before he left, sent out a mass email to various kids along the way. I guess just like cast a wide net, so anybody who sees him, he's kind of street like, "Don't just stay there! Help me! Help me!" Cecilia or Timmy Turner. So this is kind of funny. So he makes his way. He comes across a bunch of kids from Quebec or Montana who, helps him along the way if he runs out of gas or he runs out of food. They keep him going until he comes across the holidays and he pretends to be Birthday Boy, another mascot, to carry him the part way through after he lost his snowmobile. So he used Cosmo and Wanda's crowns to sabotage April Fool's vehicle that was used for the transportation. So he takes Baby New Year's diaper and uses a sled down to Santa's workshop to try to warn Santa and very hot Mrs. Claus, who's his personal secretary, and tries to warn him. But he says like it's his fault that it's Christmas every day like it is, because he just want to make everybody happy. But Mrs. Claus like, well, you're getting cold for the rest. You're getting cold for the rest of your life. And he's like, look, I don't care. I don't care if I'll get like a decent present forever. I just want to help Santa. So it's too late. The other holidays show up, and there's this big, massive fight between these holidays and Santa Claus. Now, because they're using Cosmo and Wanda as like sponges, any attack Santa Claus is throwing at them, they are using Cosmo and Wanda as like sponges. So they're draining Santa of all his power, and Timmy stands in a way of Easter Bunny, who is pretty much absorbing all that power to make himself like a mega Easter Bunny, and using like a giant Easter egg grenade to blow him into a non-existing calendar date in February, so that way he won't exist anymore. That's when like other children from every nation come showing up. Don't know how they make it all the way across the waters, but whatever. But they all stand in the way, and of course the holidays don't want to hurt the kids because they doing this for the kids. But they realize the error of their ways. And it's like, this ain't right. So Easter Bunny gives back the power to Santa and asks for forgiveness. But Santa's like, I don't have time to forgive you. I got, I got to still deliver presents, because he has to keep doing it. It's the holiday. It's like he got to follow his, I don't want to say programming, but it's his job. He has to, do it. And there's still technically good, probably the same good boys and girls out there in the world that it was yesterday. So since it's not a new calendar year, he can't go through a whole naughty and nice list like normal, because for all intents and purposes, it's the same naughty and nice people. There's no new nice and no new naughty. So he got to keep doing the same thing for the same kids. Then Timmy then got an idea and tells all the kids, the surrounding kids, like, you know why Santa Claus has to keep working the way he does? Because he has to follow through on our requests. If we all collectively wish that it was the day after Christmas, then he has to grant that wish. Now, mind you, not to nitpick, there still technically isn't all the kids around the world. There's like maybe a decent portion, but there's Timmy's classmates from school that clearly are not here. So, ipso facto, all these other kids, classmates from their respective countries, aren't here as well. So there's still people that's probably still wishing for sleds or a football or something. So it's just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm nitpicking here, but for all intents and purposes, they all collectively wish it would be the day after Christmas. So I guess it was enough of the kids to allow a massive wish grant. So Santa falls through, because so many good kids wishing for this. So it's officially the day after Christmas. So because of that, all the fairy magic goes directly back to the fairies. And for some reason, even though you're surrounded by a bunch of kids, some of which don't have fairies, but they clearly see Cosmo and Wanda, and it's like, I remember one of the major rules of the fairy handbook that nobody can know, or at least maybe adults, but just people in general, definitely people in general, I know for a freaking fact, because no way, AJ and I forgot the Chester, AJ don't see Cosmo and Wanda, so clearly nobody should be able to see Cosmo and Wanda outside maybe the mascots, Santa, and Timmy himself, and maybe other kids who happen to have fairies themselves. But this is too many kids to run around. Timmy should have gotten immediately into trouble right then and there. But I'm I'm just saying. So he wishes to go home. He ends up going home. And after the whole ordeal, the Fairy Guild decided to make a whole new rule, which probably should have been an immediate rule long ago, that nobody's allowed to make I wish every day could be Christmas wish. Which Timmy shouldn't have been the first kid to ever wish for that. That is odd. Like, he's the first one, but apparently he was. But that was Christmas Every Day. It's still like a fun episode. Great songs. It was like a fun special. The animation is still stellar. The voice acting here is pretty fun. I love the whole mobster gangster mafia voice of the Easter Bunny. To this day, I still don't expect that kind of voice to come out of a bunny rabbit. The whole voice with the April Fool's guy definitely sounds like how I expect him to sound like. And of course, don't dub Cupid gonna have the most effeminate voice imaginable. Very show tunes, Broadway type of vibe guy. I seen Wicked 5 times unironically. Yeah, still a fun episode after all these years. Great to revisit it. What do you guys think? How often do you guys? We watch a lot of Nickelodeon Christmas specials because I want to revisit a lot of those and just critique them for the channel. Speaking of which, I got one more, but instead of Nickelodeon, I'm going to go to Cartoon Network with Ed and Eddie's Jingle Jingle Jangle. This is honestly one of my favorite Ed and Eddie's episode. God, I really want to binge watch Ed and Eddie now because, God, I love that freaking show. But stay tuned for that. That'll be the last wrap up of my Christmas review month. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace.